Okay, sorry guys. I had to check to make sure my volume was working. So just a second here. Let me do the timer. All right. Okay. So Libra. Funny story. I was gonna get all dolled up to do your reading, and today was laundry day. My nails, I had to take my nails off yesterday because they were starting to come off. So I just decided I'll take them off. What the heck? And I lost my ring. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It was funny how I lost it. I slept with it on, and I always take my rings off at night. And I thought that I had gotten up when I took it off and put it on my dresser. Turns out I dreamed that. So I thought that might give y'all a little bit of a laugh. So it really is after your season, and I can tell because it's like literally almost the week after your birthday season, and everything's slightly off for you guys. And I was like, what a strange energy to go into for Libra's birthday season. Now, before I get truly started into the psychic oracle card message, just a little bit of a heads up. One, I have my own website now. It is linked down in the description box below. Same for my emergency readings. It is also on that website. You can now sign up on my email list through the website, which I actually love. It's way better than the other forum I had. And you can also shop all of my readings, not just my emergency, but my coaching sessions and my psychic mediumship readings with tarot as well, all down in the description box below. And I know some of you are wondering why I don't have social media. Truthfully, I am being censored heavily by Facebook. And used to, it wasn't Instagram, but then Mark Zuckerberg decided to buy that too and screw with my life. So in terms of communications or my business, so I had to move to OnlyFans. OnlyFans is the only platform where I can basically communicate with you guys more freely outside of my website. And my OnlyFans subscribers get up to date, like literally up to date things on my insights, more or less, on my projects. Now, on my website, you can put your email list at the bottom of every page, and you can sign up for the email list and you get access to my revamped newsletter. So yeah, I've got a lot of things going on, and I did want to let you guys know that OnlyFans subscribers actually get priority placement on it. Now, on the OnlyFans, I don't do anything illicit except maybe do some tarot sexual magic readings when I can. Right now, I'm trying to have that be a little bit more frequent for singles and couples, so just FYI. But that too. So also on my website right now, I am selling tickets to my Halloween live. I'm going to host it at 1 o'clock in the morning, Halloween morning. If you can't make it, that is okay. Sorry, guys. That is all right, because I'm going to go ahead and have a recorded video for that. I also have the full moon in Aries on sale, $45. It's tarot and astrology general read on the website. I would prefer, if you're going to watch the full moon in Taurus reading that I'm going to post to the website, please go watch the full moon in Aries reading first, because it'll give you a recap. Okay. And then lastly, I do have specific oracle card readings individually for your sign on my Patreon. Those are exclusive readings. Okay. So anything outside of that, let's go ahead and move forward into your reading. Now, Libra, I did notice before, as I was gearing up for your reading, I was kind of pointed to talk to you guys that even though your season is over with, you need to focus on your second house. Now, generally, that is Scorpio. That is where the sun is. And I know you guys are a little bummed because it was like your season came and literally went like that in the full blink of an eye. And it's kind of depressing. And I get that, because you're like, I didn't really get to feel the height of my season. Well, that happens to every sign. It's not just you. It's just this year, that's the run of the mill. And I will tell you this. While you have the sun sitting in the second house of Scorpio, if you have any Scorpio placements in your chart, please utilize them to the fullest right now. Even if it borders on Sag, okay? Same thing, because then once Sag comes in, sun moves into Sag, guess what? It's going to be another pinnacle for you. So utilize this time to not only research those areas in your natal chart. If you know where they are, excellent. If you do not know, get a reading with me, please. I love to help people with natal chart stuff. I love reading natal charts. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I love tarot and I love runes and I love I love all divination. That's what I use, you know, like runes, dream interpretation, all that. But astrology is like geometry, mathematics, land longitude and latitude, and it's just so cool to me that I simply love it, and I'm excellent at reading for it. So definitely come to me for that. Now, I will go into this too, because you need to look at your second house, because your second house is going to be all about your stability. Oh, hold on. Actually, we're going to keep that on the board. That's a positive card. So hold on 1 second. Show me, please, my beautiful beings. What are the messages for Libra? Oh, hang on. Remember, this deck, we only accept direct messages. Oh, gift of sharing, cute. Okay, one more direct message. Even though I normally don't take reversals, this is the one card I do take in reverse, Libra, just because I'm going to do this one. And I actually pulled this. You got like 4 here, but I feel like this is for your second house. So I'll talk about it a little bit, but I'm not going to put an emphasis on it. But here's the reason why, because the second house for you is going to be lit up by Taurus with the full moon eclipse and by the sun being in there. This is very Scorpio energy anyway. This is about glamoring. This is all about glamour. Isn't just about makeup magic. It can be actually about changing your appearance and or attire or hiding things. Working with the veil. These are the fairy blessings that are coming through. I feel like this is what's going on. That's very 8th house energy too, by the way. Keeping things hidden, being a mystery. So just putting that out there. Now you did get the shining ones too. And this is about taking the time to like really breathe this energy in and let your second house shine. Now your second house is going to give you the inner stability that I think you keep looking for, Libra. And this month, it's finally going to come together to show you why you need to focus on the second house, what it is, because there's something in Scorpio that's going, and I feel like this is the full moon lunar eclipse energy actually, that's going to literally be shining a light, not only in the aspects of Scorpio in your chart, but also in the aspects of Taurus. Because here's the thing, a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus is one thing, but with a moon anyway, but a like eclipse itself, that is extremely important because it is completely about utilizing endings and beginnings, and these will take place. This Scorpio energy takes place over a month. Eclipse energy takes place over 6 months. There's a very much a priority. And even though this, you're like, yeah, but it's happening in Taurus. Well, you're also ruled by Venus. So you and Pisces, Scorpio, and Taurus are all going to be affected by this eclipse. You know, just letting you guys know, because 3 of you are Venus signs, but 1 of you is partnered to the Taurus sign, which is Scorpio. Scorpio and Taurus are partnership houses. So whatever happens in one tends to kind of mirror in the other in terms of their chart. So that's why I'm putting this out there. Now, Libra, I do see here with the blessing to undo a fortunate grease, this is actually undoing a pattern that is breakable. It could be a habit. It could be in the Celtic language, this was used as sometimes in place of a curse. So whatever it was that you've done, you've broken the cycle that might mimic a curse, or just might, I always use it as in terms of mimicking bad habits. So you might have mimicked a bad habit. You might have kicked something that wasn't good for you. You might have finally said, no, I'm going to stand in my strength and I'm going to choose to break this cycle because I'm not going to do it anymore. So here with this card, see, because this says a blessing to undo. Here, I interpret it as it's already been broken. So awesome for you, because that means there's a pathway now that is open to you. In terms of that pathway, you have the gift of sharing, which I think is kind of sweet and actually very cute, Libra, because a gift of sharing, like it's a mermaid and an air fairy. So these are different elements. This is water, this is air. And It's interesting because the gift of sharing comes when the Fae not only want to bless you with gifts, but they also want to help you in terms of your material world. So if things are getting a little tense and you have fairies hanging around your house because tense things, little things like keys or shinies tend to go missing, that's usually them kind of taking something, but you can tell them, hey, I need you to bring that back. And in fact, before you even open that, you need to ask and invoke Goddess Freya to have them bring that back. You'll find it. But also the gift of sharing isn't just about sharing. It's physical, but it's also emotional, mental, spiritual. Okay. Because but here's the thing about the Fae, though, that a lot of people misconstrue. The Fae are more than happy to help you in terms of magical ability. I mean, hello, where do you think we get fairy godmother? The concept of them. They give and give and they give so much. But in the live action Cinderella, you actually see she gave an offering unbeknownst to to Ella, to the fairy godmother. The fairy godmother asked for milk. She asked for milk and a crust of bread. That is actually what the Fae like, um, in terms of an offering, and then they tend to help. Another way they like to help is if you like, I've actually done this. Yo, gas got, I told them, gas is getting expensive. Anybody who in the Fae realm that is positive, through Goddess Freya wants to help me, like, please start sending money my way. And I'd find chump change everywhere after I put that intention out. So it's not just about like sharing physical resources, though. It's also a give and exchange. It's more of a partnership energy with the Fae. It's like, you help me, I help you. Okay, and then we collide. And when we collide, we bring beautiful union. So I like this energy in terms of what's coming through. And also, I feel like, again, with second house of Scorpio, this energy is coming through at a time where you're going to have to take a back seat, Libra, and you're going to have to learn the ways of Scorpio. And I don't know if you can handle that, because you like to flit in and then leave. But Scorpio is like, I don't do that. I roll in with my waves, and I can't just flit in because I'm too heavy for that. I'm too much water. I've got to, like, she can't come out onto the land. She has to stay in the water. I mean, unless you watch Siren from Freeform, where they can transform. That's pretty cool. But if you watch the transformation process, super painful. So it doesn't look good. It doesn't look comfortable at all, in fact. And so there's give and take and sacrifice in that, is literally kind of what I'm trying to tell you. But in terms of the second house, you're also going to have to take a look and see how, with this earth energy, and I keep wanting to say air. I think it's because you really want to go back to when it was in your season. But Libra, you have to shine and share the spotlight, and that's okay. It's normal, and that's healthy. I know some of you are like, oh, but my birthday season was squashed. I know, I hear you. I've had Mercury retrograde do that to me, but you can still find joy in beautiful moments that are not in your season. Halloween is exactly one of them because it happens in Scorpio season and the veil is super thin. You can transverse the realms on that day. It's the witch's new year. It's very exciting. So the thing is I want you to kind of think in terms of how Taurus and Scorpio work together in terms of this partnership, especially with the sun and the moon. I think that is extremely beneficial to how this energy is going to help you gain the inner stability in terms of your second house. Now, also, just an FYI, inner stability reflects our outer stability, which also affects your money. So that's why I'm telling you, get it together, go work on that. I know, because you guys are great with, you guys love to make money and you love to blow money. I know my Venus is in Libra. Believe me, I know. We like to be surrounded by pretty things. I know. We like to have nice things, and there is nothing wrong with that. But right now, with the times being the way they are, I want you to learn from Taurus, firstly, because Taurus is excellent with money. Taurus and I would say Taurus and Capricorn, Virgos, they'll hold on to it forever. That's why it's like, but the problem is they always they always look to see like in terms of their purchasing, if they're actually making the right purchase still, even as they're buying, which is really strange to me as a Taurus moon myself, because I'm just like, but you didn't like think about that before you left your house? Yeah, like I used to go shopping with a Virgo, and she would always be like, "What do you think about these curtains?" But I didn't live in her house. And I was like, "Well, how do you feel about them?" Yeah, that's why I'm saying you really want to know things about money. Go to a Taurus or go to a Capricorn. They'll tell you exactly what's an excellent purchase. But just be careful with Capricorns because sometimes they go really cheap and then they kind of end up paying for it later, but it's like they still see the value in things. So just kind of make sure if you're going to make a purchase, you see the value in it, and also you are looking at how that value is going to give you inner stability. That's the one thing that Capricorns can do excellently with, but I've seen them actually do it more or less in the span of short term, like in years versus long term on that front. So just kind of take a back seat on that. Taurus is, on the other hand, will always think long term. Uh, so our last card is actually a blessing of Ninfree. So this card, oh, hold on, that's our alarm. So this card I actually got the other day and I had forgotten about it. I keep forgetting about this card. Like I work with it. I totally haven't learned the lesson of it yet, but it is a blessing of growth. And actually, I feel like this is that Taurus energy, but it's not just about growth. It goes a little bit deeper than that. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the book on this one just because I feel like the book can give you guys a better explanation than this, than because I still haven't quite grasped what this card is trying to tell me, even though I've worked with it like 3 times. But you know, we all learn our lessons in our own ways. Uh So I just haven't completely, I've gotten some of it, but not all of it. But this is, and I know why now, because this is a blessing of life force, health, and vitality, which everything I see, I associate that more with Taurus energy or the sixth house with Virgo. Virgo is usually that kind of energy. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, this is a blessing of clear and revitalization. This will manifest in a kind of glow about you, radiating from within. This is primal force of energy. And this gives you energy to move well, to be of good cheer, to do what needs to be done, and to do what you wish to do. With this fairy blessing comes a sense of being here and being grounded and centered, of strength and thriving energy. That's exactly what Taurus energy does. It's grounding. Okay, so, okay. This is, again, focusing back on that full moon eclipse for you guys. You will feel the urge to spend time outdoors within natural light and trees and be surrounded by animals and the ocean or bodies of water. I only wonder what the Fae are trying to tell y'all. All of these sources of natural life and the life force will feel more connected to you than before, almost as if the world is speaking to you and you can speak to the world in return. If you have felt nervous or frail, unwell, or uncertain, this flow of the Ninfree will enter your life, a blessing from the realm of the Fae. It will be of great assistance. So, okay, this blessing is a regaining of energy, a sense of rising up from within, a greater source of vitality, and this is the support of the fairy realm. This gift will be felt in breath and blood, in bones and in your heart, and you will shine once again with a life force and a glow that will let people know they have met a person who is well. Okay, so that's why I never can get this card, because I'm just coming out of a space of illness, chronic illness. So that's why this card keeps wanting to work with me. That's why I haven't totally obtained the lesson, because I'm just now coming out of that and getting back into this. So I would tell you, if you are like myself, where you come from a space of chronic illness and you're coming out of that and now you're getting healthy again, take it slow. Taurus energy is excellent for one thing, because it does move slow, but it moves slow to make decisive choices that are going to be better overall. So don't feel rushed. And then see, here's the beauty of it, because once Mars moves into Scorpio, everything's going to go lightning fast around you. So just take your time right now until the full moon. All right. I love you, Libra. I will see you later. Bye, babes.